Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. We have been doing every Wednesday my planning series, and today we are actually going to dive into my homeschool space. So today I am planning on giving you a little tour of our homeschool space, or spaces, in my house. And spoiler alert, it is not Pinterest perfect classroom. We actually homeschool right here, right where I'm sitting. This is our dining area. So if you're working with a shared or multi-purpose space, you're not alone. I'm going to show you how I organize all the homeschool materials. We have 2 closets, and I have like one little calyx storage unit in the hallway. And so let's dive in and look at my spaces. So here is a view of my homeschool space. I have this calyx, a back calyx, another bookshelf calyx, and then I have one over here. And this is actually our dining room table. So this is our homeschool, and I'll give you just a little tour of what I have going on here. So on the side here is our like book area. The bottom 2, almost 3, is what my kids are reading, or their series that they have been working through. This is one that I'm going to read actually for the first week of school. So there's a sneak peek at what we're doing for the first week of school. I am going to be doing a video on that. And then these are some of the main books that I'll be using for spines during our curriculum this year. And then I have my little air diffuser. This is empty. Then right here I have my kids, and actually this one belongs to my toddler. I have to find a spot for it. So this is my 7th grader, 6th grader, and kindergarten, 1st grader. And then that down there is actually full of co-op stuff, because I do teach some co-ops. And then I keep my toddlers right there beside his, because they kind of do them together. I still have to clean these out. They still have some stuff from last year in them, some stuff for the summer. I haven't got those prepped and ready yet. And then I have like our little station where the kids have their laptops or his drawing tablet. And then there's my laptop and my Cricut I just keep in here. And then here's kind of like, so this is our calendar that we do. I have these. This is part of that treasure box that I'm going to show you in the next room. And this is part of their reward system for chores. This is summer rhythm, but I will change this to our school rhythm in July. I still have this up for the alphabet. I'm probably going to keep it up since I have a pre-K-er. And then this was kind of like a summer bucket list that we did at the beginning of the year. Our Montessori continent map, my planner, and my pen pouch I keep right here on this one. And then I have like a pencil sharpener. I have a picture frame that just hides our router. I have the supply caddy, a ruler. This is a mouse for my kids. And then, like, this is a lot of the curriculum that we'll be using for this year. So this is a lot of my kindergartners, middle schoolers, and then some things that we'll do together. These are a lot of the read-alouds. Then I have my printer. I have some printer paper back there, and like laminate sheets and cardstock. And then here is all of our beautiful feet books. So down there is everything on this one is beautiful feet books that we'll be doing this year, minus the puzzles. And then here is my preschoolers. I just have some books up here that we were working on in the summer, but I will be changing this for different themes, and I'll just put the books on this little shelf where he can reach them. Our calendars, because we were working on Asia at the end of last year, I'll be switching this to Africa. And then this is just my whiteboard. Okay, and then if you want to see what's inside my shelves here, I'll come back over here and kind of show you. There's not much in these. This is just like some resources, like his math kit, some different math stuff, and our Book Shark from when we did Book Shark. The bottom one is some readers and some more paper, printer paper. These are the sticks the kids can earn that go with that. Calendar pieces, mechanical pencil, index cards, the reward cards, and then calendar pieces and a calculator. I try to keep these pretty organized. Staplers, tape, and Velcro. Part of my Montessori curriculum, some Sun things, flash drives, things like that. This one has magnetic strips, little sentence strips, greeting cards, and envelopes. Binder clips, rubber band, tax correction tape. These little pockets, which I use for my son's sight words, tape, and then just some random little clips. Glue sticks, glue guns, paper clips, hole punch, and label maker. This is more of our continent studies. I'm going to try to go back a little bit. So these are, we'll be using these when we cook and when we go to the different continents. Here's a bonsai tree we're going to do for Japan, some world maps, and some more of the geography puzzles. And then this is like actually mine. You can see it's not even that organized. I have my preschooler bin, the things that I keep all their school in for the year, and some little notebooks and stuff that I use. Teacher guides will go in here. There's some instructions there. And this is the main homeschool space, but I am going to show you some closets and then storage space that I use. But this is mainly where we do most of our schooling, and then of course we also do some of our schooling in the living room as well, but that's mainly just reading on the couch. This is closet number 1, and I kind of just want to give you a view of closet number 1, and I'll kind of show you what's in it. So we'll start with this side. I have a stool that my kids use to get some of the games down. I have an easel board that we use. These are all empty collapsible bins over here. And then I have all of our puzzles, and I just pull some of these out at a time instead of giving them access to all the puzzles. This is my first graders' readers. These are some of my STEM challenges that we'll be doing this year, and then a puzzle. Here is just some school resource notebooks. Here I have, these are our summer bins. This will be changing once summertime is over, but right now I use these to pull different summer activities that they can use. So I have several of those. This is like one of our morning thinking bin activities. This is to help you hold puzzles, so you can roll out puzzles on this mat, and then you can roll them up and they keep the puzzle together if we're not finished. This is an empty container, some empty composition notebooks, and then a read aloud book series that I've been doing with my boys. Phonics readers down there, empty containers, and these are more of their thinking bin activities. This is a felt board that I made, and I use this felt board a lot for my preschooler, and then I also teach a co-op and I use the felt board. This is my boys' treasure box. So in it is lots of things that they can earn. If you're interested, I can do a whole video on how they earn things from this box and how it goes into our chore system. This is the uppercase sandpaper letters. I have the lowercase sandpaper letters out on display right now. Next you come here, I use shower curtain hooks and bags to store all of their games and puzzles. So you can see it's double stacked, and we have a ton of resources in here. I have a lot of games in here that I really recommend. This is one I've already talked about on social media. And this side is mostly puzzles, and in the back there is puzzles as well. I think in the back on this side was mostly games. And then at the top we have really big games and a few puzzles. We have a puzzle, some different games that my kids like, some games. This is like a ping pong table thing, a STEM water activity that goes with their water table. This is a Lego ramp where they built Lego cars and they have to drive them down the ramp. It was one of their summer activities. These are all learning activity file folder games. And this is my Montessori alphabet, the Montessori color card things, and then this other one is Montessori red rods. And this is my main closet for storage. I do have a few other areas of storage that I'm going to be showing you guys as well. This is closet number 2. This is mainly my art closet, and I have different things in here. So at the very top up here I have my Cricut. This is their construction paper, and these are like little Sketchpad papers. This is actual first grade kindergarten learning activities that I can pull out up here. It's task cards, and they're done by seasons. These trays I use a lot of for their art projects or little stations for my first grader. We have special blush markers, color pencils. This is all my Cricut stuff. This is mommy's caddy full of sticky notes, highlighters, pens. This is my boys' watercolor paints. We are doing multiple curriculums this year that focuses on art, and a lot of it do watercolor. This is my son's 3D pen accessories. I have this big block of paper that we use for art. I have sentence strips over here on the wall. And then here I have like some extra toner, my hole punch, a special hole punch for Happy Planner, my laminators. And then you can see these are my art things, and they're all labeled. So we have stamps, Play-Doh, permanent markers, miscellaneous supplies, more miscellaneous craft supplies, glue. But you can see some of my kids haven't been putting up the activities correctly. Drawing books. This is all this, I forget what this is called. It's by Crayola. It's like it can only work on this. It's special paper and markers. And then more of that special paper. And then this is just full of different types of markers. We have big coloring books there and big rolls. And this is a set of markers that they use all the time, so I don't actually put them in a drawer. They just pull this out. Crayons, paints, more paint activities. This is like some canvases and some watercolors. Notebook paper and graph paper. Dot markers and stencils. This is like a little activity book the kids have. Tissue paper and the scratch paper. Stamps that are in the wrong spot. And then some oil pastels. Miscellaneous, which is mainly all of these. There's some felt, some tissue paper, and then, what is these called? Pipe cleaners. And then that's their coloring books. And then I also have one of those little pads in there. So I try to keep this organized. I try to go through it about once every month. You can see it's not too bad. There's a few things out of order, but my kids are really good about putting back. And then this is like on the wall. So here you have all my ink, because I refill my ink. This is just miscellaneous things that we use for different crafts. There's like water, some little things, some cupcake liners, coffee filters. This is all paint, and it's mainly their paint. There's Dopplers, these little paint things, and then all their little aprons or smocks. Miscellaneous supplies that I use for like art or STEM. This is just my Happy Planner and my Cricut stuff up there. Our next main spot for me to store homeschool stuff is actually in our entryway. We have this little area, and it's just a calyx, and I just kind of put some of our stuff inside of here, and I'm gonna just do a little peek so you can see. So down here is toys that are on rotation for mainly for my toddler. These are our animals that also go on rotation, but we're doing a lot of unit studies, so I have been collecting animals for like every continent. There and there. This is mainly Montessori things. So like there are cards, the little alphabet things, there's the cubes, you can just see the pegs. Most of this is just Montessori materials or stuff that I used with my kindergartner last year that I'll be using in the future. This is just some games. We really love this game. And then some puzzles. This is all computer paper, and then that activity I have to do with my boys this summer, which is a bug hotel. More computer paper, because I buy it in bulk. Some Montessori materials, all of our geography materials, and then this math Montessori thing. And then over here is just games that we play quite frequently. I play almost all of these games with my preschooler and kindergartner / first grader. So that's why they're all in there. So I just want to let you know, if you're feeling, oops, sorry, there's a camera, I'm trying to hold it up. If you're feeling like your space has to look a certain way to homeschool, please just hear me, because I used to think that, and I've been doing this for a long time. It doesn't matter if you have a full room, a tiny corner, or a kitchen table. What matters most is the connections that you make with your child. That's where the learning actually happens. The rest is just, these are just little details. So this is our homeschool setup, nothing elaborate, but it fits into our rhythm, it fits into our family, and it fits into our homeschool day. So if you have any questions about organizing or homeschool supplies or small spaces or how I rotate the toys or the materials, please let me know. Drop them down in the comments and let me know, how do you homeschool? What does your space look like? Also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.